Good evening, boils and ghouls, and thank you for watching your hostess with the mostest, and a little bit extra, Sasha the Princess of Darkness, and my movie reviews. Tonight, I figured we'd talk a little bit about Neil Blomkamp's announcement of doing the next Alien film in the epic franchise. But it would be better to talk about the films he's actually retconning out. Alien 3 and Alien Resurrection. What is retconning, or what does it mean to retcon? Well, it's something done on many different levels throughout many different fandoms, be it movies, TV shows, video games, you name it. It's basically a way of correcting a history or a series of events that occurred in a particular franchise or story element. As you can see from these pictures here from Blomkamp's forthcoming, well actually fifth sequel to Alien, they are going to be retconning out some many ideas that occurred in Alien 3 and Alien Resurrection. So, as you can see here, basically, they're going to be removing Alien 3 and Resurrection as if it never happened in the franchise. I imagine they're going to pretend it was some sort of fever dream with those two movies with, Ripley and Hicks while they're in cryosleep. Like something done by a bad writer from Newhart, or that alternate crazy ending from Breaking Bad. Throughout the internet, there's been a collective sigh of relief because of this announcement. Personally, not for me. Not for me. And, well, why? Well, I won't lie. Alien 3 and Resurrection, they're not great movies. They're not bad. I still like them, but they're not great movies. And I don't blame the writers, or the studio, or the directors for this. And this is hard. It's really hard. I have to say I blame Sigourney Weaver herself for these awful films. Just because of her insane insistence to be involved in the third film that was already in pre-production at the time, just so she could have her character killed off so she wouldn't be held to a third movie in her contract. I mean, it was just utterly insane. And then, after this had occurred, I guess maybe her popularity waned, and they were talking about making a fourth one without her. She then wanted to be involved in it again, even though her character was originally killed off previously at her own request. I know, but let's forget all about that. And let's talk about Pitch Black for a second.
They say most of your brain shuts down in cryosleep. All but the animal side. Guess that's why I'm still awake.
If the man is gone, he's gone. Why should he bother us?
Maybe to take what you got. Maybe to work your nerves.
Is he really that dangerous?
Only around humans.
Zeke!
All you people are so scared of me. But it ain't me you gotta worry about now.
Whatever it is, it got Zeke and it nearly got me. Get it off me!
They seem to stick to darkness. So if we stick to daylight, we should be all right.
A total eclipse.
We're gonna lose everybody out here.
You're not afraid of the dark, are you?
Now I know you're all saying, Sasha, what the fuck does Pitch Black have to do with the Alien franchise? And I say, give me a second, and fuck you for interrupting. But here's the lowdown. The very first draft of Alien 3, written by David Twohy, who had recently done Critters 2, had nothing to do with Ripley. At all. In fact, it told the tale of a dangerous criminal who was being transported in cryosleep to prison in a civilian and freight cargo spacecraft. When the ship is damaged by a comet debris and is forced to make an emergency crash landing on an abandoned mining planet, the prisoner escapes. However, when extremely hostile, vicious, predatory aliens, our xenomorphs, begin to make mincemeat of the survivors of the wreck, the escaped criminal teams up with the surviving crew members and other passengers to escape the planet. Whoa, 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 you say, Sasha. That sounds exactly like Pitch Black. And I say, no shit, Sherlock. Sherlock. But I digress. Pitch Black is what Alien 3 should have been. But no, Weaver had to throw her 2 cents into the mix. At the time, 20th Century Fox had David's script, a director, a looming release date, but Sigourney Weaver just had to screw the whole pooch. They had to start from square one all over again just to facilitate her. And the worst part, she didn't want anything else to do with the franchise. She only wanted to be in the 3rd movie just so she could get killed off. I mean, really? 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 I mean, what else is her claim to fame? You know, what else has she had a great starring role in? Sure, she was in Ghostbusters. But honestly, can you think of anything else she's been in? I can't. If you can, please send me an email. Leave a comment below. And fuck you with your nerd shit. The Alien movies made her famous. For fuck's sake. You don't go and shit on the golden goose. However, after this, we had a new script involving monks in space aboard a wooden spacecraft whom rescue Ripley from her ejected EEV from the Solico. Despite sounding odd, the script had its potential. Monks, no weapons, gothic environment, bringing the Alien franchise back to its horror-soaked roots. Despite the moniker of a wooden planet that many have given it, if you can find a copy of this version of the script, look it up, read it. It's different, but in a good way. However, it's been eloquently said, the studio was more interested in meeting their already preset release date than actually making a good movie. They wanted more bank on their return, and with the way the script was, it was already over budgeted with all the change in directors, change in casting, the whole 9 yards. They've spent a ton of money and they wanted to get a product out there regardless if it was good or not. Ergo, it was rushed and adapted into the Alien 3 we all know. In and of itself, as a standalone movie, and especially if you watch the 2003 work print, despite its flaws, still an okay movie. With a director, David Fincher, who would go on to do things like Fight Club, Seven, and The Social Network. If you look past all the bullshit, in the end, Alien 3 was a stylish, nihilistic, art house, science fiction film with a strong female lead. Sure, it could have, and probably should have been, just another successful box office hit popcorn film without Sigourney. But since it was rushed and forced to be what it is, well, it is worth watching. And imagining what could have been without a certain actor's or studio's interference. Here's a trailer.
Here, in a world where the sun burns cold and the wind blows colder, a visitor has come. But not by herself.
It started.
The suspense is back.
And we have no weapons of any kind?
The fear is back.
Don't look back, dude! Run as fast as you can!
And most of all, the bitch is back. Alien 3.
Now, let's talk about Alien Resurrection. Despite Weaver demanding Ripley be killed off in Alien 3, when rumors of a fourth Alien film started circulating, again, Weaver made demands to the studio that she wanted to be involved as a starring character. When I heard this back in the mid-90s, my immediate statement was, what the fuck? I mean, seriously, Weaver, you demanded to have your character killed off no more than 5-6 years earlier. But as soon as they talk about making another movie without you, you want a starring role in it too? Did you realize that this is your one big claim to fame? And you fucked yourself by having Ripley commit suicide, and in doing so, potentially committed career suicide yourself? I mean, come on. Barring Weaver's demands, studio involvement also fucked the superb script by Joss Whedon. Yes, that Joss Whedon. Whedon's first draft actually had 2 Ripley clones. A younger one, made from a DNA sample from the Solico, with her memories downloaded from cryosleep, prior to being impregnated by the alien queen from the 3rd movie. And another, which is the older hybrid of both Ripley and the alien. It would have involved a complex story arc as to whom the real Ripley was, and if there is one, and touch on ideas of identity and so much more. It even featured an ending where the aliens finally arrived on Earth via the newborn alien creature that could impregnate people by touch. If you can find a draft of this online, look it up. It's great. I have no idea why the studio didn't go this route. It would have opened the Ripley character to a new younger actress for many future films to come, while also retaining Weaver to portray the hybrid. Sure, I can understand perhaps budget concerns, maybe taking off Weaver by having somebody else portray a younger Ripley, thereby replacing her. But still, if you have an idea why they didn't go this route, again, send me another email, leave a comment, go fuck yourself. But for what it is, despite its issues and all its hard, and all it had to work with, especially with Weaver and the studio's bullshit, it too is good in a way. At least to kill a couple hours on a wintry evening. Here's a trailer.
These were very, very hard to come by.
So was our cargo. Whatever you got going on here ain't exactly approved by Congress.
It's a military operation.
Really?
Who are you?
Ripley Ellen, Lieutenant First Class, number 36706.
Ellen Ripley died 200 years ago. You're a thing, a construct. They grew you in a lab.
What the hell is going on here?
He is breeding an alien species.
Wish you could understand what we're trying to do here.
Now they brought it out of you.
Not all the way out.
You want to tell us what this is?
It's a queen. She'll breed. You'll die.
Ellen Ripley died trying to wipe the species out. I'm not anxious to see her taking up her old hobby.
I can feel it. I can hear it moving.
So here you ran into these things before.
Yeah,
What did you do?
I died. We're moving.
That's a standard emergency procedure.
Any serious problem and the ship autopilot's back to home base.
What's home base?
Earth.
What is that?
I get that a lot.
Am I saying Alien 3 and Alien Resurrection are great movies? No, by no means. What I am saying, as for Blomkamp to be influenced by Weaver to do a retcon, skipping over these movies, that happened because of Sigourney Weaver, just seems wrong. Am I against Blomkamp's ideas? Again, no. I just don't think Sigourney Weaver should be involved. I don't often support reboots or remakes, but in this case, why not just remake Alien and Aliens with a new actress? Zoe Salata, for example. And hey, 20th Century Fox, if you need a lady to script those remakes, I know one. Right here. But I digress. I mean, Fox should know. It would be a sure bet, since it is a remake on a proven property, an successful one at that, and a franchise. So why not? And then do your Blomkamp's sequel for 3 without Weaver, and just focus on the new cast from the remakes. It's a thought. I mean, if we're going to rewrite history, rewrite it all. This ain't Marvel and DC we're talking about. Though retcon films can work in Hollywood, there are a few successes. But with retcon films, there's also a few epic failures, to say the least. Remakes and reboots of successful franchises, though often complained about by the fans, can still make money. So 20th Century Fox, if you're listening, let's skip this retcon sequel for now. Just remake Alien and Aliens. And again, if you need a writer, I'm your gal. And then we can do Blomkamp's sequel with the new cast. For now, though, check out Alien 3 and Resurrection, and think about what could have been, instead of how crappy they are. In reality, they're still a good set of movies, and they will kill a couple hours on a weekend, and they're fun. I mean, they're not supposed to be Oscar caliber. They are popcorn films. They are what they are. Try to enjoy them, and think about it, you know? The last one was David Fincher. I mean, Alien 3 was David Fincher. You know? Fight Club. Brilliant. And then Resurrection, written by Joss Whedon. Come on, Avengers. Please. So anyways, this is Sasha, the Princess of Darkness, your hostess with the mostest and a little bit extra, and the last survivor of the Fallout shelter, signing out. Kisses and unpleasant screams.